And welcome to another episode of Lads of the Past. We've got another special episode today. We are going to dig into our nostalgia buttons, and we're going to. That's it. That's all we're going to do. I'm joined with Sonny.
Hi guys, glad to be back. Remember, the answer is Kurt Cobain.
If anyone doesn't know what we're on about, please check out the quiz episode, the Big Fat 2024 quiz that we all did. Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
No comment.
Is that an alien ring? The fuck is an alien ring? Never heard of it. But join with Bren.
Guys, you're all right. Glad to be back.
And we're joined with, welcome back, mate. Welcome back. And we're joined with...
Fuck off and all.
We're joined with Robbo.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Pleasure to be back. Not seething at all over the last episode.
So I wanted to touch base. So I saw at Christmas kids not going outside, right? Kids were just sat in, presents. Everyone was just going, it's not like we used to have Christmas when we were kids. It wasn't this, you sat there and you waited months and months, like, oh, my mum's going to get me like a PlayStation. Like, I know it for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Now, kids these days just get a PlayStation whenever you want one. So it's not like it was. And I noticed that all the kids, like, I remember Christmas Day, kids, all Boxing Day, kids would be on the street with the new scooters, their new bikes, and the new kits, the new footballs, whatever they had. They were all outside and they were all just, playing. But this year, I noticed that it wasn't. So I wanted to kind of touch...
Oh, because they saw you out there.
Maybe. We don't know.
Lock up your kids, Liam's around.
The paedophiles.
The paedophiles. It's not the British Isles, it's the paedophiles. So I don't know what's going on here with my screen, but for some reason, guys, I don't know. So yeah, basically, I wanted to touch base to find out why. What's going on here? It's... All right, hold on a second, boys.
Oh, he's fucked it up already.
You've got to close Pornhub.
Well, that's what. There we go. So I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know, but I'm having yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I noticed it. I noticed that there was no footballs or rollerblades or fucking nothing. So
It's a football for Christmas anymore. You get one of them every time you go to Tesco.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, and I wanted to touch base on it really. So I wanted to talk about outdoors as a kid. We did a lot. I've got stories. I've got a million stories to talk about what I did outside. So I like completely just hundreds, like bases, games, and all sorts. So I want to touch base with you guys about the outdoors, what you guys did, not just for Christmas. I mean, just like what did you do outdoors? Do you know what I mean? So we'll start with the first question. Let me just move this. I'm having so many. Tell you what, I am getting sick to death of this computer getting updated. This will be all edited out, lads. Don't worry. There we go. Right, okay, so the first question is, did you ever have a secret hideout, a base, or like something in the backyard or in the woods? If you did, can you give us a description of the base itself? I mean,
yeah, we had
Easy.
one. We had one when I lived in Ireland. We were basically adjacent to a golf course. So obviously there was a wooded area all up the side of the golf course, but we could easily climb over the wall and get an access to the golf course. I mean, going off topic, we used to go on there and fucking play golf for free. You know what I mean? That's what it was like. But we built a wicked den in the woods, mate. We had it in a tree. You could fit 5 or 6 of us in. I got like door hinges off my dad.
No way.
I got all my nails and everything, and we had like a hatch door on it and everything, mate. It
was was it like up in the tree?
Yeah, it was up in the tree as well, Sonny. Yeah. And like literally, we just made it out of pallet, like pallets and stuff that you just can find lying about. My dad had a bit because my dad was always doing DIY at home and stuff. My dad was pretty good at that, but he gave me a bit of a bollocking for losing one of his best hammers. They didn't bring it home. Yeah, it's still in the trees, Robbo. Yeah, but I had great memories building tree houses and stuff, mate. It was absolutely amazing time to be alive. It takes me back.
But you used to, when you was a kid, you used to walk down the woods when you walked the dog, and you used to see bases all the time, didn't you? You
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
see what people did. I mean, our base was a tree that was my best base. I built hundreds, but my best one was a tree that was struck by lightning. And what happened was the tree. Oh, I'll tell you what. Actually, no, I've even got a better one than that. Right, I've got so many. No, this is the better one. So we watched Turtles. I can't believe it. I've just remembered this. Watching Turtles as a kid, we wanted to go in the sewers. Do you know what I mean? Right? No joke. We was like the Turtles have got these massive rooms
That's
and
the
everything.
place to go. Hepatitis Central.
Yeah. Well, obviously we was only like 9. Do you know what I mean? In like 9, 10, 8. I don't fucking know. Whenever Turtles was out, and we went round looking in drains and stuff like that. And I can even tell you the field. If you go to the field, it's the third one on the right. If you keep walking, there's like a concrete square. If you pull that up, the room, it's not very big. You can get about 20 people in it.
Not very
Pretty
big.
big.
That's 20
big.
people. Maybe not 20 Liams.
If you get 20 Liams, it'd be like a hall. So like it's, but yeah, it's like it was. Yeah, you could get about 20 people in. You could walk around in it, and and we still used it till like the age of like 18 because we used to drink in it and fucking all sorts.
But is it still there now?
It's still there now. I think
Let's
so.
go tomorrow then. Lunch break tomorrow. We're going.
Is
there.
that what
I wanna
we're
check this
doing?
out.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah,
It sounds awesome.
It could be near it's next to the Rolls Royce facility, so it could be something to do with that. But because it's a massive, massive warehouse there, so it could be no water ever came flooding through to wash us down the thing or anything. We just was there's literally like a big ledge, and then there's like a little stream that goes through, and then a little you could call it like a round pipe that like water comes out of. I'm assuming just goes through to the next bit. So you're not going to get attacked but nothing ever did. And yeah, we just used to spend hours and hours in there, put the music in there. Music used to be dead loud as well. People used to knock on the thingy as well, like, what was it? Blue Mountain! That's the password.
You had
I think that was the password to get in.
Yeah, Blue Mountain, or
you had thingy in the back.
that was it.
Where you lived, Liam.
Yeah.
You had quite a good area there, didn't you? Because you had that old farmhouse, didn't you? And you had was it an old train carriage or something that was in there as well?
We had the old farmhouse. I mean, mate, the stuff that we got from I made a bobsled out of the stuff at the old farmhouse. I watched Cool Runnings and made a bobsled. So yeah, it was
at the back. It was at the back of Morningside Close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Fantastic. Yeah, my Turtles base. There you go. That was my favourite one. Sonny, what's your favourite base?
To be fair, we didn't really have bases. We had like locations we'd just go fucking chill at and stuff. But if I had to say anything, it would probably be my next door neighbour's shed, just at the end of his garden. And we just used to just fucking chill in there basically. But it just used to be full of rakes and stuff, and we just used to empty it out. His mum would go absolutely ballistic at us, and then we'd have to put it back in. Yeah, it was a funny old one. But what we did, it was I think you guys probably called it hedge hopping or fence hopping, stuff like that. Yeah. We used to do that all the way to the local parks, Normanton Park, and that's where, like when you said about dens being in parks and stuff, that's where we just nick someone else's den for a bit and just chill out there. But yeah, fondest memories are probably just in the garden. I remember once, probably off topic, but it's on topic. Me and my friend, like, was thick as fuck back then. And he'll watch this. His name's Ross. And we was digging in his garden, just digging, thinking that we're going to find water. And then I think we told ourselves, once we found water, like we found life. There'll be life under there. I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, we're digging. Mate, he got the biggest, he got battered by his mum for that. I got told off by my mum because we're Indian. We just fucking concrete everything. We don't keep grass. Say fuck that. Even now, like I've got grass here. Ravinder's like, yeah, Mrs. Like, just get it concreted. But we used to just dig and dig and dig and just absolutely ruin the garden. Looking for water in China.
Was it dig it to Australia, isn't it? That was the thing. Dig it to Australia. Yeah, I think everyone's done that at some point. Dug for something.
Yeah. Dug for something, but yeah, we was looking for water for some reason.
Yeah, fucking water of all the things, not treasure.
No. There was no treasure there, man.
I'm fucking thirsty.
Lads, I ain't going to the shop. I'm digging an hole. I
want my own well in the back garden.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, it was more just like chilling in the back garden, really.
Yeah.
I just fence hopping because we lived in terrace houses, so we could get to like 3 streets away by jumping over like four walls.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I remember my mate was jumping over one and the washing lamp was only fucking landed on it. Boom! And springboarded back. Wicked, man. What a sight! What a sight! And the trick was to obviously run
Close
off
line
before
from
they
hell.
catch you. Yeah, you had to run off before they caught you as well.
Mate, I remember. So I lived in Normanton as well, for quite a long time, and I remember at the back, my mate was hopping over the garden. It's dead easy, isn't it? You go like
Easy.
dead easy. It's just literally like it's like imagine Coronation Street, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like that all the way to the back. And I remember we were jumping. This guy went, "Oi!" and he was chasing us. And we're like, "Shit!" So we just carried on running, jumping. And then as we were jumping, I saw this guy hiding behind the wall, and I went, "Rah!" and I jumped to the right, and then I ran because I don't know about you, but we used to have like they're like doorways, and you used to run out like the alleyway, didn't you? And then you run out onto the street.
Yeah.
So as I jumped to the wall, I saw the guy and jumped to the right, like, "Ooh," and then my mate jumped down, and this guy just went, grabbed him as he landed. And I was like, mate, it was one of the funniest things I ever seen. I remember running through the tunnel. I turned around, and all I saw was my mate in the air, and this guy just went, boom, and just fucking rock bottomed him on the floor. And I just stopped at the door and I couldn't stop laughing, and I was running and I couldn't run because I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, fucking honest, slow motion, like, whoa, boom. Wicked.
Mad.
Oh, mate,
Awesome.
I love it. Come on, Robbo, what about you? A base.
Right. Easy. Turtle Bridge, Fawn, right? And it was called Turtle Bridge because it went over the motorway, and underneath it, someone graffitied the biggest Leonardo you'd ever seen in your life. Don't know who did it, but it was amazing. And one of the greatest things we ever did when we were under that bridge is next door to it, there was a place called Amiga, and they made kitchens. Right, and they used to have industrial, and I mean massive industrial rolls of bubble wrap, and these things were huge. We stole 3 of them, made the biggest raft you've ever seen in your life, and just floated that canal for hours.
Really?
We came to lock over side at Fawn, and literally the looks you were getting from all these people on the canal boats, all parked up for night, there's just us on a big bubble wrap. Hello.
Oh, man.
Some of the best things we've ever done. We just go there and make fires.
Yeah.
Abseil down the motorway bridge because we thought we were climbers. You used to have like places you could climb on across it, so you go across over the canal underneath, shimmy it, with your hands like that. Oh, it was amazing. Some of the best times of my life. Turtle Bridge. I'm gonna find a picture and I'll put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that'd be cool
Of
to
the
see if
turtle
you can
bridge,
find that.
the big Leonardo. It's on the Fawn Facebook page, so I'll get it off there and I'll post
Put it in
on.
the comments.
So
Put
you
it in
can
the
see
comments below, so when people watch the video on YouTube, they can actually see the picture
yeah,
of the
that-
Turtles
they-
Bridge.
Yeah.
I wanna
They
see
were
that.
that were the best time at 12-year-old ever. It was amazing.
I agree. I mean, when we had bases, I think everyone can say at the age of around 12 years old, like from the ages of 9 till 12. I mean, it's in the same as the film Stand By Me or Stephen King. He turned around and said, "You'll never have better friends than you did from the ages of 9 and 12."
100%.
100%.
Well-
Yeah, 100%.
There was
And
one more story, right? And we all got arrested. I don't know why we thought it was a good idea. I don't know whose idea it was. So I'm not saying it's mine. It could have been. We had a roll of gaffer tape. We thought it'd be a good idea to all get taped up like we'd been captured and run across the motorway.
Fucking hell.
So we all got gaffer taped up,
Jesus.
right? We climbed up the side and we ran across the motorway. 10 minutes later, we were all arrested with real handcuffs on our way home.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You can imagine people's faces, we've been mashed up. We thought it was funny. I don't know what we were thinking.
That is funny.
It's
Funny
not.
about
Oh no, my arse is twitching. Thinking about that. That's horrible.
That's funny, man. That is brilliant.
No, I don't like that. There was.
At that age, I'll be like, yeah, that's funny. But at this age, like, get the fuck off the road.
You
mate.
think about it now, we should
Yeah.
all be probably ran over
Yeah.
dead by an HCV.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know why I thought of it, but I've got a dwarf mate. I always bring him up, not literally because I can, but yeah, he. I remember we used to time. Obviously, everyone watched Jackass when we were younger, and they had a dwarf, and they literally opened the car boot, and then this dwarf ran out tied up. We used to do that all the time with gaffer tape. We used to gaffer tape him up. We're like, well, we're going to Rock City tonight, so we just used to every stop we stopped, he would just we'll pop the boot, and he just runs out and runs off, and people just used to film it on those little crappy Nokia things. It's like, look at that, just watching. Yeah,
Good Good old Dean.
Yeah. And if anyone wants to watch it, if you don't believe me that this dwarf guy is real, go into YouTube and type in Dwarf Dean gets his nose trapped in a train door. Just Google that in the search bar, and the first video pops up, and it's one of the funniest videos you'll ever see. It's literally a dwarf getting his nose trapped in a train door, and because his arms are so little, he couldn't open the door. It's amazing.
I've seen it. It's a good video.
Yeah, it's really good. So, next question. What is the most daring thing that you ever did outside? Is it something that you did to impress your friends? Is it something that is it something that you created and it was just mega? I mean, mine was always the aerial slide that I thought was one of the greatest inventions that I ever did. And I climbed up to the biggest tree and I timed a rope to it. I borrowed my brother's pull-up machine boards, you know what I mean? So I had the clip and everything. So I thought, if you hang on the clip, those clips are strong, aren't they? No, the clips where you pull them down.
Yeah.
The bar, if you put that on the rope, you're going to go and slide down.
Oh, yeah, got you.
Yeah, so you just slide down. So my mate Scott tested it out. He was like, climbed up to it. Yeah. So I tied it all up. I strengthened it. I hung on it. I did it was all good. So my mate Scott climbed up. I don't know what.
Signed off, yeah.
I don't
Risk
know.
assessment.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he literally hung on it for about 0.01 second, just went snapped, and he just fell right down, right? And it was fucking high. Like, how he survived that, I do not know. But he fell down, landed on his legs and his head. We ran over. I was crying because I thought I killed him. I was only 10 or 11. Thought I killed him. He was laying on the floor and he was just rubbing himself and going, because he knocked himself out, and he was rubbing. First time I saw someone get knocked out, and he was rubbing these nettles in his hands. And I was just like, and then he just woke up and went, Mom, started walking home crying, shouting, Mom. I was like, oh, he's fucking not dead. Right, let's tie this thing back up.
Let's go again.
Yeah, that was mad, but it should have worked. I mean, in theory, it was tied. I hung on it. I don't know. Don't know what happened there. So, Brent, what was yours?
I think most of mine, mate, would be when I was into a BMXing. You know, because obviously, Liam, you was around with your skateboard and your blades, and you know what us twats used to get up to. Just crazy shit. Like trying to wheelie fucking through traffic and just all kinds of shit. Markeaton Park was a good one. Fucking tried to jump over the brook that's in Markeaton, but quite wide. So it's not the river. Talking about the brook that goes through the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's quite wide, and they all tried to fucking build a ramp, and none of us made it. Fucking bossed me bearings and my forks. Had to push my bike all the way home from fucking Markeaton Park to Allington, which wasn't fun. But yeah, I had loads of mishaps on my BMX, mate. I've been over handlebars, just doing stupid shit. Kind of, other than that, mate, probably we used to balance on poles and stuff. How I've still got my knackers is beyond me, mate. How I've managed to produce 3 kids is like beyond me, mate. Just the usual. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was never a daredevil like Liam with his fucking 700-foot high fucking zip slides and stuff. But I've gone home with a few scuffs and bruises, mate, from BMXing. To be fair, that's probably about as adventurous as I got. To be fair, but I loved it. I loved my few years BMXing. To be honest,
they're the best. I mean, BMXing and all the bike stories and jumps. I mean, I'm going to save that for another episode. The jumps, because I've got skateboarding, rollerblading, BMXing stories. But again, for extreme. Sorry, guys, I've just remembered another one. I found a tree. This will be a quick story. I found a tree, and it was shaped like a slingshot, yeah? No, the two old school Dennis the Menace slingshot. So, me, the smart guy, I just love creating shit, right? So I just tied a bunch of bike inner tubes. My dad used to be lorry drivers, and he used to have loads of inner tubes from his lorries and stuff. And he used to just bring them home, and he used to just cut them up and fix his tyres in the old school way. Do you know what I mean? He used to fix his old car and whatever, or bikes, or So I made this giant fucking catapult out of these tractor inner tubes, like massive, and I pulled it back. And every time I shot, it kept hitting the tree, and I was like, oh, I can't figure it out. So then it was like, oh, someone's like, oh yeah, you need to just use like a ball or something, because I was using like squares and like rocks and shit, and it just wasn't working. So we got a football. We fucking got this football, and I pulled it back, and as I let go, the football it shot off, came back, and I thought it was going to hit my head, but it just zipped past me, went behind me, and then my mate who was pulling me back with the inner tube just smacked him in his bollocks. And then, yeah, it was just like, boom, ping. It's like, yeah, I just remembered that. Yeah. Never got it to work either. Never, ever. I'll show you the tree as well. I'll send a picture of that. I've got the tree. I walked past it the other day. Love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come on, Robbo.
Oh no, I'm not dead. This is another bridge story.
The fucking bridge.
Right.
Turtle
another
Bridge, the reckoning.
Obviously, there were motorway bridge, and then the other side of following down the canal was the train bridge. And we used to play on it like dickhead kids we were. But you could get under the tracks. And we used to go on and on and on about,
Mate,
let's get
that's
under.
so bad.
Who dare let a train go over it? And all five of us, there were five of us, we all got underneath and let a train go over the top of us.
You
I don't know how we're not dead.
idiot.
You know, when your nose is this close to a train, right?
Oh, mate.
Lost boy
and
style.
it's shaking like fuck with this train going on the top of you, yeah.
Mate,
And then there were the same one you could dangle. You could dangle from two pieces of metal and over water, and you could feel trains going over, and you're like that. What?
No way.
Honestly, I don't know. We're not
so
dead. You know when you
bad.
think about how stupid you are.
Just-
My kids
yeah.
do what I did.
Mate, yeah, again, I've got loads of stories. I'm not going to jump into one another. But yeah, I should be. No one should be alive. Go on, Sonny. What about you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, Robbo.
I probably survived the. Oh, sorry. Was you going to
I
go?
was a good boy. No, go for it.
Oh, no. Yeah, it wasn't too bad to be fair, but probably the most extreme was probably like sliding off the shed with the skateboard and just landing, and that was pretty much it, really.
Everyone's done that.
Everyone's done that. I mean, I'm not the type to try and hurt myself.
Everyone's heard the dreaded
that's quite
crunch
tame.
as well when you climb on it. That dreaded.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I should be on here. Yeah, if I get back on that.
That was probably it, really.
Oh.
Didn't really push the boat out when it come to like trying to injure myself and stuff like that.
I was so bad for it.
I think it's probably because you had brain, Sonny. I mean, that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, could be. I mean,
Kind of helps.
I mean, for like the bobsled we made, we got like I used to come up with these.
Another one. What's just come to my head?
Mate, I used to come up with these like creations and inventions when I was a kid, and I got I just had an active imagination. Do you know what I mean? I was like one of those. I was a nerd, wasn't I? So I used to watch like nerdy stuff, and I used to create stuff in my head. And I found a horse trough. You know, like horse troughs, like it's a pig trough or whatever. And they've got four. So I looked at it and I was like, well, if you sit, it's got four sections that you could sit four blokes in it. And then I was like, well, if I got some wheels off a trolley, and then I drilled the screw into the thing so the wheel didn't move, I could have four wheels. So I went and nicked a trolley. I saw the wheels off. I connected them and nailed them and screwed them to this pig trough. I screwed the wheel shut, and voila, I had a bobsled. So then we spent the day or 2 days.
Okay, John Candy here.
Someone nicked it, so I didn't get to keep playing on it. Someone actually fucking nicked my bobsled. But yeah, we John Candid it. We literally sat on the top of the hill, and then we all ran it, and we even did the. I can't remember what it is. What is it? Come on, everyone should remember it. What's the bobsled called?
For the money.
Right,
there we go. It's bobsled time.
Yeah, and we even did that. And then every now and then we'll do the eins, zwei, drei. So, yeah, and then when we came off, everyone knows what we used to say to each other when we came off. Sanka, you're dead.
Yeah, man.
We did. I'm not joking. I've gone red. I'm not embarrassed, but we did. We fucking did. So, yeah. So,
we had Peel Hill, which used to have a castle on many years. We never saw it with a castle, and we stole from a scrapyard in Moorends a hood of a bonnet of a car. So we took it to the top of this hill, and this hill was like this. It wasn't like a gentle slope. It was like that, right? And remember, 2 of us got on, and we went down that fast. And I've still got the scar to this day. I never took my thumb off.
Fucking hell.
He put it down to bone, and I walked home, holding it, and I went to my dad. I went, I think I need to go to doctors. He went, why? I went, just covered in blood. He went, oh, what are you doing? We went sledding, Dad.
Oh,
a red car bonnet.
Fucking
Fuck.
hell.
I think Robbo's going to win this episode.
Well,
Fucking
I
screws.
used to have my best mate growing up was a guy called Glyn. I don't really see him anymore. But he,
Glyn.
yeah, friend, yeah. So he used to. He was the one who used to get me into this trouble all the time, and he used to like go, if I said Glyn, go and do that, he'd be like, all right. That's it. You know what I mean?
No questions asked. Let's do it.
So, but he used to do fucking crazy shit. Not like psycho or narcissist or anything like that. He just used to do shit that you used to think, what are you doing? And we found a car which someone obviously just nicked, drove it around for the night, ran it out of petrol, and then just left it somewhere. And it was on a place called Anchor Church. And Anchor Church has got like a cliff hanging it going down, and it's like a cave, like some monks things. If you just Google Anchor Church, you can see it. And we found this car, and I said, Glyn, why should we just push it off the cliff? And he went, oh, yeah, okay. But then, obviously, he was just going through the car, and he found all these CDs and everything. So I just left him for about half an hour. I came back, and as I was stood in this cave, boom! And he's pushed the fucking car off this cliff, and he's landed it. Didn't tell anyone. This fucking car just shot off and landed in the water, and it was there for years. I mean, it might be still under the water. It might still be under the water.
Yeah, I don't know if
it's fucking brilliant.
I don't know if, like, going on that kind of story, I don't know if Sonny will definitely know, but can you remember Cotton Lane Police Station?
Yeah.
That's where we used to get our Honda 50s from, mate.
Really?
Yeah, because you know the ones that have been confiscated?
Yeah.
We used to go in and nick them back.
Oh, fucking hell.
Loads, mate.
Mad.
Loads. I nicked one with Liam's brother, Danny.
Fuck.
Yeah, loads of times, mate. Used to
Only in Derby, people steal from police stations.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it is,
Easy.
everyone.
Honestly.
You used to nick mountain bikes from it. People used to leave the mountain bikes outside. Do you mean you used to scratch like you said, is it like pinning it? Your number. So if your bike gets nicked, you get the pin at the bottom.
Yeah.
So people used to leave the bikes outside, and we used to nick them.
Honestly, mate.
Yeah, that's on the PlayStation. Yeah,
there's me just skateboarding off a fucking shed.
every now and then, though, the police used to give you an apology bit of cash as well. So we used to nick our own bikes.
Fucking hell. Fuck's sake.
And then buy fireworks with the money. Mate.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, we're on it. So, have you guys ever been lost as a kid?
Yes.
Lost as a kid?
Mate, I got lost at an air show.
No.
So I remember my mum won some tickets to an air show, and me, my mum, my dad, and my cousin went. And obviously, you'd seen air shows and airfields; they're fucking huge, aren't they? Right? And we just said we'll be back at a certain time or whatever at one spot. We lost the spot. Basically, we didn't know where the spot was. We knew we had to get back, but we lost the spot. And when we went to the tent where you tell, like, customer services, for example, well, yeah, we're lost. They put out on the tannoy, can Sonny's mum and dad please come to on this big tannoy? Me and my cousin there like, shit, dad's going to absolutely rattle us. Mate, he rattle us. You fucking idiots, why the fuck did you go there? I told you where to go. You're never going again. This is embarrassing. My mum's obviously just crying, thinking she's lost her favourite son. Like, at that age, I just thought, you know what? I'm probably not going to see my mum and dad again now.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
It's panic.
Literally, panic mode, Brent. Honestly,
It's horrible panic.
Massive field with loads of people and airplanes in. And you got me and my cousin walking around with rucksacks. We look suspect, man.
We're not playing the racial into the card again, are we?
Like, these lot do look like they should be here. What are they doing? They look lost and confused.
Run!
But yeah, mate, I never really got much hiding from my dad, but I got hiding that day.
Come on, Robbo, have you ever been lost?
Yeah, I was about on 8 or 9, and I was obsessed with the BB gun stall on Ingamel's Market, Fantasy Island. I was just standing looking at one, looking at all the hike socks and the Adidas trainers. I was just looking at BB guns like you do. Suddenly they're gone. I mean, it's like, oh shit! So because I've got 2 sisters and a brother, and I panic like you do, and I start running around. And the security guard must have seen me and grabbed me and went, "Are you lost?" I went, "Yeah, I'm lost. I'm crying." takes me into this room. It's just full of the CCTV cameras, and he goes, "Can you see your parents?" You know, I'm crying, and then suddenly I spot them, and then suddenly I have the moment of realization. I'm watching them moving through cameras. I remember, I'm thinking, they haven't even realised I'm missing. They're still shopping with my brothers and my sisters. They don't give a fuck that I'm gone.
Are you the oldest out of the kids as well?
I'm the middle child.
Oh,
I was the first
that's
boy. I wasn't
right.
the first girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Malcolm's
right.
So for 5 minutes,
And then
they're there, and then suddenly they did same as Sonny. They went,
when the security brought him back, his parents were like, "Fuck."
We thought we did it.
And then the same as Sonny. The time they went, well, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson's dad, come and get your son Sammy. He's sat in reception.
No, it's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine.
I saw it on camera. I remember seeing them on camera, and they suddenly realised I was missing. You know, Mum went,
Don't know who he is. Don't know.
His dad took him straight back to the BB gun shop.
Yeah.
Up again.
Yeah.
He's like, just wait here. We'll come back.
I'll be back in a minute.
no, and in all honesty, I still never got one of them fucking BB guns, the tight twat.
Well, I remember those guns. I remember that market. I remember it. See, my story was mine was the same. I got lost in that market. That's my story. But the only reason I got found because I was wearing a Michael Jackson glitter glove. Because it was around the same time. Well, yeah, it was about the same. It was around the same time Bad came out, so it was in the 80s. So when Bad came out, and that the album cover was Michael Jackson with that glove, wasn't it? And I was fucking like, oh, I want that glove. And in Skeggy, they were like I don't know how much, they were dead cheap. So everyone was walking around with these gloves, like we were just walking around, right? And I remember I was walking, and I was just remember looking at this glove, like I fucking got a Michael Jackson, like, and I was just like going, ooh, and I was like kicking.
Doing the spin.
I remember like doing the heel, when he kicks his heel towards his knee. I was like going, I just remembered it. I just remember it, and I remember my mum couldn't find where. Like I remember going, shit, I've lost my mum. Like I couldn't write, and I started crying instantly. Like, oh, I've lost everybody. And I put my hand up on my dad, but there it is. I had the glove on. I found it with the glove. He knew. He was like, yeah, he's got the glove on the pull. Which is the thing that he would have said back in the day. Obviously, that's a bad word now.
That's not our views.
Yeah, that's how he what he used to call.
You want to be a woolly woofter? You be a woolly
Willy
woofter.
Woofter. For God's sake. Brent, have you ever been lost?
Mate, I can't really remember being lost from my mum or whatever, but I'll
always caught up.
Lost. Sounds like you're getting lost in this conversation.
Yeah.
I
can remember when our BMX bandit gang, like we used to like follow the leader, and we used to get. Have you ever seen the film BMX Bandits? It's amazing.
I've never seen.
We just used to cycle. Google it. We used to cycle for miles and miles and miles. Like we'd end up in, now that I know the areas, like we'd end up in like literally from Allington to Belper.
Oh, cow.
So I mean, like push biking,
That's
Sonny,
far.
and like literally, and I'm thinking to myself, if I lose my mates, I haven't got a fucking clue how to get back. Do you know what I mean? Because you just used to just fucking literally, we used to end up in Belper, fucking Ripley. You used to just push bike everywhere. You used to get a quid off. Get a quid off your mum. That'll get you about 10 cans of Coke and 20 packs of crisps back in the day.
That would last you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would last you.
Wasn't that a shilling?
Ages.
I mean, what the fuck? You wouldn't get.
Yeah, well, you know what.
Here's
I mean.
a tuppence.
It's slight exaggeration, but a quid used to go a long way. Hey, some people on this listening to this nostalgia might not know that Freddo used to only be 10p.
And they were called Tazos.
They were called Tazos.
I can remember 8.
I remember 5p.
Remember that?
Sure, we ain't that old.
Can you remember when 5p's were the size of 5p's were the size of 50p's now? Can you remember that? They used to be fucking massive.
Yeah.
My dad used to sell them out because it was out of date.
I remember when the penny sweets were penny sweets.
Yeah. 10p mix. I reckon you could get away 10p. Yeah, here you go. In a half a sweet, like eating. 10p mix.
Like that,
Pre-tuned.
Yeah. It's a mixture of my saliva. Have that.
We was on about it at the time when you went into a shop and got a 20p mix and they seen the shopkeeper like picking his nose or something, then go in and get all the sweets out.
Never questioned it though, did you?
No.
Because you one of them fucking cola bottles.
All right. Why do you think? Why do you think? Like, do you think us English people have got like really high immune systems now?
Exactly,
That's why. Did you ever play any pranks on your?
Hold on. Whoa.
Whoa!
Did you find BMX Bandits?
I did. Nicole Kidman was first film.
Wow.
Yeah, and it looks quite good. It's something I'd watch. Bright red like knee pads and elbow pads riding around on those plastic rims. Can you remember plastic rims?
Yeah, class mate.
Fucking plastic rims. Yeah,
Is Robbo searching who's the lead singer in Nirvana?
I'm looking for the Turtle Bridge picture. I'll find it.
It is doing it. So, have you guys ever played a prank? A prank? A kid?
Yeah.
A kid's prank?
I'll tell you what, mate,
Loads.
I've got a way better prank than that will give you guys some giggles, but it wasn't a kid prank. It was me at about 21 pranking my nan. Like, because obviously
This is outdoors nostalgia, not bullying OAPs. Like a prank on your friends as a kid. Yeah, not just a random prank.
My prank story is amazing.
Tell us your prank story.
It's not outdoors. So
she woke up pregnant. That was the end.
Best night of my life. And at that moment, I realised I was a man.
Mum, I'm saying right now.
She took her teeth out. That's it. Sorry.
My mum listens to this podcast religiously. Mum, I'm sorry for Liam. I'm sorry for your nephew.
Yeah. Why was I in the prank? Well, is this the end of the prank? Was this the prank?
Yeah, Liam was at the end.
This is the prank. Come on, a prank. What have you guys ever done? I did a bad prank. Like, this is bad. Like, bad. I can't believe I'm telling people. It should be all right. It was 30 years. It's 30 years ago.
Is the picture still alive?
Yeah, it's 30 years ago. It's fine. It's 30 years ago. I won't get in trouble now. So we nicked a digger. No. Right, so they were building something. I don't know if they were knocking down a farmhouse or something, but we found the digger. I don't know how it worked, but my mate got a pen, no Swiss Army knife. He just put it in the keyhole, turned, and it fucking turned on.
And it worked.
I do not know why. It just did. So,
back in the day, the easiest thing to pinch was dumpers, mate. Just like Liam said, he could just put anything into the ignition and start up.
Well, he did. Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know that. That's the only one we've nicked. Anyway, so we got this digger. It was a big JCB one. It wasn't like this tiny little warehouse one. It was massive. And then watching my mates trying to control it, obviously didn't know what all we were just doing was literally going left and right, and it was just rattling everywhere. But we did manage to move it. And what we did was, I got the fork, like the mouth. What do you call it, Bren? Come on, you're a builder. What's the
bucket?
The bucket at the front. I pushed it, and I managed to push this tree, and I was trying to pull the tree out of the ground. So I was pulling it across. And then as I was pulling it across, I said to my mate, I was like, oh, sit on that tree. And then the weight of the tree... the weight of the tree. The weight of the tree. It will actually lift it up. So he fucking climbed on, and I just pulled it backwards, and he fucking flew. Right, the tree went straight back into its place where it was. It literally just stood like straight back to where it was. Nothing changed, or maybe a bit of mud. And my mate was just skidding across the floor. He went so far. He must have gone about 15 meters. Like, he went far, just roll. I know, he was cut up and everything. Like, it was proper bad. I was like, mate, it slipped. To this day, I've never ever told anyone that. I know I pulled it back because I'm a dickhead.
Mate.
That was bad. That was a bad prank. Funny.
Shit.
It's funny now, but yeah. God, I'm such a wanker when I was a kid. But yeah, it worked. It was fun. I mean, I could tell the story all the time.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Mario. Right now, I'm about to tell this story.
That's my Mario impression.
I were a bit of a twat, but probably the worst thing I did, and doing it now, I shouldn't have done it, and I thought it was funny. I climbed up a basketball hoop, and it was dark, and I was shouting at my mate, and I was, Mario, come here, I need you. So then he comes running across, and as he comes running under the basketball hoop, I dropped my trousers and I dropped a shit straight through the hoop. And it's I pushed him through a hoop.
Bro, Robbo wins this episode, man. He wins this
I were
episode.
an absolute knobhead with no kid.
Mate, he wins this episode.
You don't look at someone's face when they've just been shit on. You'll never explain it.
Are you friends with this guy now?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's about to join us in
Through a hoop.
Mario.
And the sound it made as it hit him, plop.
Fuck.
I'd be sick. I'd be fucking sick.
We're fuming. You're absolutely fuming.
Poop through a hoop. We've just created a new thing.
That's the title. That's the title for the episode. It's poo through a hoop.
Hoop for the hoop. Fucking hell.
Sorry, mate.
Mario and his adventures of poop through the hoop.
Fucking Mario.
Fucking hell.
Mario 4, poo through a hoop. All right, then. So
But in my defence, he deserved it because he did one to me, right?
he deserves a poo through a hoop.
No, that's worse. But what he did to me is he found this bathtub and he said, "Oh, get in it, and I'll push you into the middle of this pond, and you can like pretend it's a boat." So I like an idiot, I jumped in it, he pushed it. It had plug hole. There were no plugs, so I got pushed into the middle and it just went. Cheers, mate. You know, that horrible green water, that horrible mossy, horrible stinking water. Yeah.
Water.
Go on, Sonny.
Okay, now.
1-1.
Pranks. Come on, Sonny. Prank.
Pranks. I'm trying to think of a prank. We don't.
We don't prank.
You're a good boy.
I'm trying to think of a prank. I can't think of any off the top of my head, if I'm being honest.
You can't think
Can't
of
think of any.
Sonny's sitting there, mate, right? Sonny's sitting there listening to us and he's thinking, oh, I fucking wish I met these guys fucking 30 years ago.
Oh,
I don't wish I met Liam. Fucking hell.
Mate, here's another one I just remembered.
I probably want to meet you, Brad, because you sound quite fun, but these two are fucking maniacs.
Mate, my brother, what was his name? I think his name was Spuddy. It was Spuddy because this is the reason why we did it. So Spuddy, Jason Stokes, I hope you're listening. We put a potato.
Sorry, pal.
We put potatoes because we used to throw potatoes at him because his name was Spuddy. We used to do just everything was potato based. Anything we got a potato, we're going to throw at my brother's mate Spuddy. But we put it in his new car. We put his potato in his new car, like just twisted it in. Twisted it in, right?
With the exhaust.
Yeah, and we sat outside waiting, laughing. Oh, he's going to come out in a minute, and he's going to his car's not going to work. So we sat there for ages, not thinking anything of it. And he didn't come out for like an hour, so we got bored and we went home. The next day, my brother, he fucking told me. He went, so I tell you what, someone's just fucking, like, I don't know who's done it, but someone's just threw a potato. Was it you lot? I'm like, no. And he's like, Jason was outside. He was trying to start his car and a potato fucking smacked him dead hard in his leg. He's had to go to hospital. And so he went round to see, walking around his car to see why it wasn't starting. And the potato, the air pressure from the exhaust pipe and the potato, it just eventually just went, boom, shot it out. Smacked him at the bruise. Literally, do you know where his kneecap is? At the back of it, that's where it hit him on the back of his leg, and where it hit him, it was just a black bruise. Like it fucking walloped him. Like it looked. He's thought he broke his leg. Yeah. But we put potatoes in the sauce. That shit's wicked. So we used to do it all the time after that.
That shit's wicked.
We used to do it all the time. We just put loads. After that, we put loads in in this one car park. And then the next morning, we came back and it was just potato splats all over the houses. Just hundreds of potato splats.
Oh, man.
Fucking hell.
Mate, honest, I've got hundreds.
There's one thing that's come to mind, but it's not necessarily a prank. But do you know when you used to play football on the street? And you used to kick it over certain walls, and you need to fucking get. You can get over, but you can't get back unless your mates fucking carry you back up.
See you, mate.
Yeah. Whoever kicked it over, and everyone knows the rules. If you kicked it over, you got to go get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, set one of our mates over, and we did this. It happened to me. Everybody would just fucking. They're down there, right? Okay. Should we help him back up? We'll say, chuck the ball. No, help me up. Chuck the ball over. We can't. Chuck the ball over first, and then we'll pick you. Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. launch the ball. Like, see you, mate. Literally what Robert said. See you, mate. No, quick, they're fucking coming. They're coming. I remember there was one like Asian house on the end of the street. And they fucking hated it when we played football against their wall. But they had a big, massive wall. And it just led onto their garden. It wasn't like hitting their house or anything. And we just kept playing football against that. And they fucking ate it. Every time we went over, we're jumping over, running around. Literally, the woman's coming out, chasing us with a fucking rolling pin. That's how old school she was. We'd literally leave it to the last minute. And we fucking reached out and grabbed it quick. Boom! Pull them out quick time. It was fucking, that was probably the prank. But it was a prank that everyone knew that you had to do. And then, and the same thing, if it went into someone's back garden and you're in the back, as soon as they jump in, excuse me, you've got someone in your garden. Fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Excuse me, in your garden. More like
Love
a
it.
kind of thing.
Why did you always forfeit though? Like, yeah, go over. We'll get you back. I promise. All right. I used to do it every time.
Yeah, you used to, because you wanted the ball back, so you had to go. It was a rule. You could not go over. But I mean, there's either the rules are simple. Either you chuck the ball back and you come over, or you stay there with the ball and we'll just fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, in the end, we're going to pull you up. Just chuck the ball over first so we can have that laugh.
I love it. That's good. I think everyone's had a situation where your mates have done that to you. I think every single person has had that every single time. So I've got another one for you. I've only got a couple more questions left. So the next one is, have you guys ever had a serious injury while being outdoors?
Yes.
Seriously?
I'm so... Robbo, don't shake your head, mate. You must have fucking been decapitated and sewn back on.
All mine are rugby injuries. I can tell you a few. We have had a few injuries, but not on me. No major ones.
Well, your thumb one sounds like a fucking bad one.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, I thought you didn't have one
You
then.
still see lump.
Oh, you didn't have one.
It's not that bad.
What thumb?
Gone. It's gone.
I remember I was... it's just a scar. I'll show you tomorrow. Actually, you could probably see it here. Look, a little scar there. And I broke my wrist. And I remember it really well. It was when my youngest nephew was born. My sister was in hospital. And we're just getting the house tidied up for her before she comes back, before she fucking kills us all for ruining her house and stuff. Tidying the house up. And I went up the road to Haddon Street, and Porter Road is where she lived at the bottom. I went up on my bike in flip-flops, shorts and a vest, because there's a summer baby, and went to go get WD-40. Of all things, because the door was squeaking, I thought, let's make it perfect. Just stand there. Got this WD-40. Couldn't find the WD-40. I thought, fuck it, let's just go back. So I'm flying down, non-handed, wearing flip-flops, shorts and a vest. I try and take this corner, like non-handed. And you guys know, you guys are expert. You can't do it unless it's a wide corner. This one's just like, bang, turn right.
What's coming?
As I turn the corner, I'm doing it. There's a guy just like looking at me back across the street, but like unsure what he's like. And then fucking, obviously the wheel just span up, buckle, boom, straight over. Brrr. I get up and like fucking hell. And then like doing this like bone here, it moved across. And I was like, and this guy's like helping me out. He's getting the bike. I was like, leave the bike, help me. Luckily, I was on the corner of where the house was, and I'm like, obviously, like banging on the door. I opened the door. I'm trying to get in. There's like two doors to it, and I'm like, Dad, I broke my arm. He's like, yeah, whatever, mate. Yeah, whatever. They did not believe me. My brother-in-law was there, so my sister's husband was there. Didn't believe me. And then this guy just randomly walked in. He went, no, seriously, he's broken his arm. He wanted to come outside and take him to the hospital. Then my brother-in-law, being the guy that he is, said, just wrap it in a towel. You'll be all right. It's not broken. I was like, morning. It's fucking broken. They're fucking pouring fucking cowpole on it. Like, no, mate, we need to get to the fucking we need to go to hospital. Got to hospital. They put a metal plate in my arm with 5 screws, and yeah, that's probably the worst injury I've ever had.
Yeah,
proper injury, and it was the best time in the hospital because I got a room to myself and a PlayStation. It was wicked.
Yeah,
played it one-handed.
Awesome. Yeah, the nurse helping me.
See, I remember there's 2 stories. I mean, one was, I think I've said it on a podcast before, where we used to buy bullets that were key rings, and then I threw one on the fire and it popped in the fire and it nearly ripped my ear off. But I've told that story 1,000 times, so I've remembered this story, and it's a really stupid. In in theory, these inventions that I used to come up in my head, right? I thought
I should be dead.
right. I thought that if you had you've got a rope swing, you hold on to it with both hands, you run, and then you kind of put all your weight on it, and you swing yourself up, and then you swing back down, and you run, and then you run up, and then you use your weight, and swing, and you go back up and down, and that's your rope swing. I thought in my head that if I had the rope tied around my neck, I rode a BMX, right, seriously, and ride a BMX, and then I could ride the BMX, swing up, and then like hold on to the handlebars and pedal, right?
Swing it up.
Yeah, turn it around, and then when I hit the floor, I pedaled, and then it just used my neck.
So that you used to call air.
So what happened was I rode the bike, so I got the bike and I pedaled dead fast and just literally went, I just hung myself. Luckily, my feet just ground like hit the floor, but I nearly broke my neck. So like, because it went forward, it nearly broke my neck. So I just stopped, dangled on the floor, and just laid on the floor for about 20 minutes. And my mate's like, "You're right," and I was like, I couldn't. Oh my god! I remember I felt my neck. That my spine, it popped. I heard it pop in my neck. Then when you crick your fingers, it popped. And I remember sitting on the floor. I remember feeling sick. I remember being dizzy, and I thought, I'm dead. My toes were curling. My hands were sweating. Mate, I just literally went, bleh! That was it. Like, it didn't last like seconds. It was, I didn't even
idiot,
go up in the air. I just rode my bike and nearly hung myself.
You're an actual
why wouldn't you just tie it up under your arms or around your waist or something?
Because he's an idiot.
That's the smart.
Stupid.
Yeah. But I just used to do it there and then. I used to go, oh, that'll work, won't it? Like, honestly,
Mate, that's bad.
It's bad. If I did it and managed to finally do it, imagine
You
if
would have been dead.
but imagine if I did succeed it though. Like I used to. So here's another thing
Why
that
you put your arms.
It would have been.
You know what I mean?
This is what used to go through my head when I was a kid. So I used to so here's another theory that I had just quickly. So I had a theory: if you had one arm over each other, you got two people next to each other, right? Picture it. One arm over each other, so one arm on each shoulder, so you're both holding each other, right? You've got your middle legs tied together, right? So you've got two people, both arms over each other, middle legs tied together.
What do you mean middle legs?
Middle legs, yeah.
You've got two legs, middle legs.
So you've got...
Hey, he's big enough, he's got middle leg, pal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Robert, this is for the grown-ups, right? Right, so you've got two people stood next to each other.
Chestnut.
Your arms are on top of each other, around each other, around each other's necks, right? So you're holding each other. You tie your legs, your right leg and your left leg. So the person on the right will have his left leg tied to the person on the left's right leg.
Right, got you.
So you've got one big leg in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So the theory is that, well, no, they're tied together. So you don't use that middle, the right and left leg, okay?
It's gone.
Yeah, so ignore Sonny, right? So what happened is one person lifts the one on the right forward. Then the person on the left gets lifted by the other one. And then they put their left leg down. So then you'd run really fast. If you think about...
That's just a three-legged race.
No, because you don't use the middle. You don't use the middle leg. You basically got two people using their strength. So like here you go. See like that. See like that. So then, do you see what I mean?
Right, this guy was special.
And I used to think stuff. I used to sit there and think, and we tried it. We used to try these things like, man, we could run really quick because you're using the weight of. It kind of worked a little bit. We just didn't get any faster than we would.
You used to trick yourself to believe it, didn't you? Because I always used to say like flip flops make you run faster. I'd wear my mate where he would run in flip flops and he'd fucking go, and then he'd put trainers on and he'd be a little bit slower. It's like flip flops you go faster, mate.
I used to believe that. Like people told me shit like that, and I would, stuff like that. Flip flops make you go faster. So come on then, Robbo. Have you ever injured yourself?
I caused a big injury.
Oh.
Right, we used to.
I thought that was it.
No, I caused a big injury. I'll tell the story.
What we did, we gaffed
it. South Common Park. We used to play football all the time, like you did, and there used to be Willow Estate Park, and they had made a team, and we thought it'd be a good idea to take each other on. We hated each other. Two parts of Fawn. And there was a guy that played for him called Chunk, right? And they were a big lad, but he could play football. He could play football, right? That's
I
what I know.
didn't
He
know
was
Liam
big,
could
but
play
he could
football.
play football, right? And me and my brother double teamed him. I mean, we smashed him. Bang! And he was screaming. It's like, get up, what's up with it? And his leg were in a fucking U, mate.
Oh.
We'd snapped his leg so bad it ran like a U shape. We had to get the ambulance to him on the field because he couldn't move. And afterwards, I thought, oh, yeah, that's bad. But then we were kids.
That's bad.
As soon as Chunk were gone, we just carried on playing and finished the football match.
Gotta
See
finish
you,
the
mate.
match.
Back to it.
Yeah. Should, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I can't remember his name, but Chunk, if you're listening, sorry, bud.
So, Brian, have you ever
Best double tackle of my life.
Boom.
Brian,
Hey.
yeah, go on.
Mate, if I'm being honest, mate, I did.
I've been saving the best to the last.
I've no, don't because like I don't know how. I BMX'd for 4 or 5 years. Did shit like you, Liam, climbed trees. I played football from the age of 7 up until I was adulthood. Played a bit of rugby with school, everything. The only thing I've ever broke is my nose in a fight. That's it. Never broken a finger, never broken a toe. I've had my nose broke
in a one-man fight.
Yeah, push myself in the fucking face. But
Are you telling me you never banged your head before? Because
well,
there's a lot of things that say you have.
To be fair, I think if I think right, I've got 2. I don't know if they're serious injuries because like Robbo's talking about U-shaped legs and fucking Sonny's on about dislocated wrist.
You know, if you lift it up,
But I remember, I don't know if you guys know Abingdon Street really well. Do you know it
Yeah.
I know
well or
of it,
not?
yeah.
Well, on the corner of Addison Road, there's like what they used to call the council house, where the people used to go in and fucking pay the rent or whatever, whatever. But they had some grass fields. We used to play football in there. But me and my mate Sam Donnan, we used to love wrestling. So we used to love Bret Hart, fucking Legion of Doom, and all that. And we was wrestling on the grass, like putting each other in fucking figure 4 leg locks and choke slams and all that. And he got me down, and something just like nicked me on my head. It was like, oh, what's that kind of thing? Do you know what I mean? So I stood up, like, to carry on, and my mate's looking at me like that, like all scared and like, whatever. And everyone starts screaming and shit. Like, what's up? Next thing, all I could feel is like this bit of fucking something just come down my eye. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what's that? Literally, I'd cut, you know, like the old school cans where you have to pull you have to pull them off, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like that on that. I'd cut my head across there, where he had me on the ground, and I went over to my mum, and my mum nearly fainted. All my dad did was shout. All my dad did was shout at me for getting in that state. What are you fucking doing? It's fucking I've got to take you to fucking dinner right now. You know what I mean? So that was one. The other one, the best one, was, you know, when we used to have dinner at home, and I'm going to say it because we all brought up in council houses. But can you remember the old school council house cupboards used to be brown? They used to have that metal strip, didn't they, underneath to open it? Yeah.
What, for
do you remember?
kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, obviously we're all having dinner, and I was only 12. So Joe, when you used to hop up to the side like that.
I know what you're saying now.
So I opened the door to get the salt and vinegar out and that, and I boosted myself up, and the metal thing went straight into the back of my head. I literally, and I never forget it. The only reason why I don't forget it is because I had to have glue. Like the glue in the back of my head, and then it gets all kind of like scabby and stuff, and I was forever like fucking picking it and shit. But like they were probably like, but I've never broke a bone like literally the only bone I've ever broken in my life is like when I've had my nose broke once or twice, but never broken an arm, a wrist, a finger, a toe. Fuck all.
I've stabbed myself in the head.
Mentioning that now, Bren, when I was young, my dad had an old coal bunker and talk about it, and I can remember stealing one of his claw hammers, and I was smashing fuck out of his coal bunker, just hitting it like a dickhead kid I was, and I stuck the claw hammer in my head. I got it stuck in my skull. I went up to my dad and I can't pull it out. I thought I was taking piss, and I went, shut up, and he grabbed me. Pulled it out, and bled from both ways. Stuck in his fucking head.
So constantly,
stuck a claw hammer in his head.
What about you,
Same.
Sonny?
I was cutting this fucking thing out in the paper or something. I can't remember, magazine or something. And my mum's like, "Oh, just move the." My mum was like, "Saying do something." I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Yeah, do this, Sonny. You got to do this or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." I said, "Do it." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I went, "Boom!" Man, you just put your hands up in frustration. I went, "Boom!" And I stuck it in my head, these scissors, and blood just pissing out like that.
You hope to get out of it.
No, literally, like I'll show you tomorrow. Liam, there's like literally a lump there. That's where my bald patch is starting. and it's fucking. It's still there now. This lump. I've been in the garden before where one of the next door neighbours fucking like hit me with one of those fucking garden tools, just fucking chopped a bit of my arm off. I think it's on this one or it's this one. It's not a TV jab, it's an actual. He took a fucking chunk, and then I remember because he was Indian, it gave my sister free right to just absolutely batter him because his mum didn't say a word. Got him in the kitchen and absolutely battered this guy because he cut me up on my arm with a garden tool.
Jesus.
I literally battered him like with a wooden spoon. Sharon, if you're listening, I remember that. Battered him. And so they were some of the worst ones. Fucking self-inflicted.
I tell you now, mate, I reckon Liam's definitely done this and Robbo's definitely done this. Sonny might be a little bit too young, but my dad used to work, do you know where the Breakers Yard was, Liam, on Aussie Park Road, where the Sainsbury's is now? My dad used to work in there. I think your dad might have worked in there for a little bit.
He did, yeah, he did.
But anyway, every now and again, I used to get off the school bus and just think to myself, I'm going to go see my dad at work. Because we used to live on Victory Road at the time. So I remember going down to my dad, and my dad's like, oh, go and fucking play in a car or something, because I've got another hour's work to do or something. Do you know what I mean? It's no scrapyard, so used to be old cars in there. But unbeknownst to me, remember we used to have the old school cigarette lights, we used to push them in.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
then they used to pop out, didn't they? Well, me like a twat, thinking, oh, it's not going to work. I pushed it in, and it wouldn't pop out. I was like, oh, it's not working. So I pulled it out. I looked at it, and it wasn't orange.
You licked it, didn't you? Oh.
No, I put my thumb on it. I was like, ah! I looked at it, and you know, can you remember? It was
like coiled, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was like on my thumb. I like,
okay,
but why? I didn't take my finger off straight away. I kind of held it on for a bit.
Yeah. Is that little bit of realization? Like, is it actually hurting, or is it like a placebo effect?
Oh, mate.
Am I telling myself it's burning, or is it actually burning? So leave it a little bit longer.
I started bawling my eyes out. Ran up to my dad. Again, he just gave me a fucking backhander for being a knob. And it was just like big bird. And then we got home to my mum, and she's like, "Oh, come here, let me under cold water." I'm like, "Oh, it's his own fault for being a knob."
See, I remember I was running home from school, and when I was a kid, I used to want to just rush out as quickly as I can. Sorry, the story's going to be quick. I got a bottle of lemonade and I put it in the freezer because I wanted it to be cold. It was summer day, it was dead hot, and I finished school, so I put this bottle in the freezer, ran upstairs, got changed, made myself some food and that, got my trainers on, get ready to go out, get my bottle of lemonade, got my bottle of lemonade, went to drink it. I was like, oh, coming out. Like, why isn't it coming out? Looked, and it just frozen. So the way I put it in, it was in the lemonade was frozen at the top. So like doing like that bottle at an angle, and then so it was frozen over the lid. So I got a fork and just went, and then I can't remember fuck all.
Just destroyed him.
I just remember. I remember hitting it, thinking like it will like stop it for like it'll just hit the ice in. But the pressure of the fork hitting the ice, it just exploded and shot me in the fucking head and knocked me clean out. I woke up like an hour later, just like on the floor. No one there, no parents, nothing either. All at work because we're working class. We had to work, didn't we?
Did you spill any lemonade?
I don't even remember, mate. I was fucking delirious. Like, knocked me clean out. Yeah.
Covered in ants.
Yeah. Shot in the head by a lemonade ice cube. Right, and anyway, on that note, we could talk about this. We've only answered 5 questions, and I've got 28 of them, so we can come and revisit that. So, but thank you very much, guys. That was a great episode. Have you guys got anything to say before we go?
Fuck Cakey Bane.
I love Bren's haircut. It's absolutely magnificent.
You're a lad, Sonny. You are the lad, mate. You can come on again.
And then, what about you, BGT? Robbo. Sorry.
BGT.
I just want to know, Sonny, why your staff in your background have not moved in the last hour of you being on this podcast. You need to sort them out, mate.
They're all dead, mate. It's a house of wax.
No, but yeah, good episode, Liam. You realise how fucked up your childhood is.
Oh, yeah.
You don't realise how stupid you are. I mean, we could revisit this in 2 weeks and we'd probably all have another 10 stories each.
Yeah, they're coming back to me now.
Starting to think maybe I'm blessed to be still on this planet. I had done some stupid things.
100%.
But we're here to tell the stories, and if it gets us out there and gets us where we need to be, bring on the stupidity. You know what I mean?
Fucking madhead. Absolute fucking madhead, Robert is. Fucking lying on the fucking train tracks. You
The worst
fucking
one, mate,
crazy.
without getting into another story, is my mum used to work in a pub next to a train track, and she caught me once. And I tried, she's screaming my name to get off the train tracks, and I acted like it wasn't me, like she don't know what her own son looks like.
Fucking hell.
She's shouting at me in front of my
Who is it?
mates.
Oh man.
Sonny, you
Mad.
got to say, mate.
No, top episode. It's like Robert said, some good
Absolutely.
memories coming back. Yeah, keep watching, guys.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get better. Things
Can only get better. So yeah, thank you guys. That was a great episode. We're not going to call it a part one, but we'll revisit Go in the Outdoors. I've got thousands of stories. I'm sure we all can keep talking about it. It is a long episode, so I might make this a 2-part. If it is, we'll see you in part 2. If not, thank you for listening, and hit that subscribe button, follow, share, and do as much as you can for us, because this year we're going to smash it out the water. So thank you very much, guys, for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.